Now 5 fires burning out of control in Southern California in Los Angeles. That whole area just engulfed. And there's a new one burning tonight. That's making it 5, the Hollywood Hills.
As wildfires ravage Los Angeles, some of Hollywood's biggest stars are facing a nightmare, losing everything in an instant. Chrissy Teigen, Britney Spears, and James Woods are just a few of the many whose homes have been reduced to ashes. But what happens when your dream home disappears in the blink of an eye?
When we couldn't get our garage door open because the wind was blocked, because our door goes up like this, I said, oh my God, we're up in the hills here. Sarah was on with her 8-year-old niece last night, and she came out. I'm sorry. Just, one day you're swimming in the pool, and the next day it's all gone.
What's it like to watch your life's memories burn on live TV or be forced to flee with only the clothes on your back? These celebrities share their heart-wrenching stories of survival, fear, and resilience, showing that no one is immune to disaster. How do they rebuild after such an unimaginable loss? 16. Paris Hilton, heartbroken as Malibu home burns. The Los Angeles wildfires have wreaked havoc across the region, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. Many celebrities have seen their luxurious homes reduced to ashes, as the relentless flames spared no one. The devastation has forced numerous high-profile figures to confront unimaginable loss, reshaping their lives in an instant. And among those affected was none other than Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton is heartbroken beyond words after her Malibu home was destroyed by the deadly wildfires sweeping across Los Angeles. In an emotional Instagram post, she shared the shock of watching her home burn on live TV. Sitting with my family, watching the news and seeing our home in Malibu burn to the ground on live TV is something no one should ever have to experience, Hilton wrote. The media tycoon expressed the overwhelming loss of the home where she built precious memories with her family. This home was where Phoenix took his first steps and where we dreamed of building a lifetime of memories with London. Despite the devastation, Hilton found solace in the safety of her family, saying, "I'm holding on to gratitude that my family is safe." In the face of such tragedy, Hilton turned her grief into action, launching an emergency fund through her nonprofit 1111 Media Impact. She committed $100,000 to help displaced families with young children. "As a mom, I can't imagine the pain and fear of not having a safe place for your babies," she wrote. Hilton also expressed deep gratitude for first responders and urged everyone to stay safe and support each other during these difficult times. "Hug your loved ones a little tighter tonight," she concluded. Many Hollywood icons face the heartbreak of losing their homes in the devastating wildfires. How are they coping and what steps are they taking to support others affected by the disaster? 15. Anthony Hopkins loses 2 homes in wildfires. Hollywood icon Anthony Hopkins is among the many devastated by the deadly Pacific Palisades wildfires. The Welsh actor, known for his luxurious lifestyle, lost 2 homes in the blaze, both of which were reduced to ashes. In heartbreaking photos, his estate is seen with nothing left but concrete pillars and a stone pathway, a complete difference from how beautiful it used to be. This isn't Hopkins' first experience with fire-related loss. In 2000, his London home was destroyed, and in 2018, his Pacific Palisades property narrowly escaped the Woolsey fire. "It's always a shock, no matter how prepared you think you are," Hopkins reportedly said, reflecting the personal toll of losing his estate. The Palisades fire, which has now engulfed more than 17,000 acres, is one of the worst natural disasters in LA history. Other celebrities like Mandy Moore, Paris Hilton, and Jeff Bridges have also lost their homes to the flames. "My heart goes out to everyone who's lost everything," Hopkins added, showing the vulnerability behind his public persona. The fire continues to devastate areas like Malibu and Santa Monica, with homes, schools, and production sets destroyed. It's a reminder that no one is immune to nature's fury, no matter their fame or fortune. Anthony Hopkins is left heartbroken after their Pacific Palisades home was destroyed in the wildfire, leaving only ashes where their family once created memories. This loss is just the beginning. Wait until you hear about the next celebrity's devastating blow. 14. Adam Brody and Leighton Meester lose home in wildfire. Adam Brody and Leighton Meester are heartbroken after their Pacific Palisades home was destroyed by the massive wildfire sweeping through Los Angeles. The couple, who share 2 young children, purchased their dream home in 2019, but now their family's safe haven has been reduced to ashes. In photos, the flames engulf their 5-bedroom home, a symbol of their life and memories built together. The fire, part of the most destructive blaze in LA's history, spread quickly, leaving families like the Brodys fighting for safety. "It's a nightmare come true," Spencer Pratt said, echoing the fear that many stars, including Brody and Meester, are feeling as they watch their homes vanish in an instant. The couple, married in 2014, is no stranger to sharing their lives with fans, but this loss hits home in a way that words can't describe. While the couple's children, Arlo and their son, are thankfully safe, the emotional toll of losing a place where their family grew together is impossible to ignore. As the fire spreads, countless families, both celebrities and everyday people, are experiencing the same devastating loss. Our hearts go out to them all during this unimaginable crisis. But Adam Brody and Leighton Meester's home is only the beginning. Wait until you hear about Anna Faris's heart-wrenching story. What makes her loss even more devastating? The wildfires have left a trail of destruction, and her experience reveals just how deep the pain runs. 13. Anna Faris devastated as dream home destroyed in wildfires. Actress Anna Faris is devastated after her $5 million Pacific Palisades home was destroyed by the raging wildfires that have torn through Los Angeles. Faris, who bought the property in 2018, had poured love and care into making it eco-friendly, reflecting her passion for sustainability. The home, which was designed with environmentally conscious materials, now lies in ruins, with only the scorched remains left behind. This loss is especially personal for Faris, as she had hoped to raise her family in a space built with the future in mind. This home was more than just a place. It was our dream of living sustainably, a source close to the actress shared. The property, which once featured a pool and breathtaking views, was a symbol of her commitment to a greener lifestyle. Faris, who recently went through a divorce, had planned for a fresh start with her family in this beautiful home. Now, with everything gone, her vision for the future has been shattered in an instant. The emotional toll of losing a space that meant so much to her is overwhelming. As the fires continue to ravage the area, Faris joins countless others affected, but her story highlights the deeper loss of a dream home built on sustainability and love. While Anna Faris mourns the loss of her eco-friendly dream home, another celebrity is facing a similar tragedy, whose Malibu home was also destroyed in the wildfires, reflecting on the deep emotional toll of losing a place filled with memories. What makes his story even more painful? 12. Mandy Moore reflects on loss and resilience after wildfire. Mandy Moore is heartbroken but grateful as she documents the aftermath of the destructive Eaton fire, which tore through Los Angeles County, including her home in Altadena. While much of the property was lost, Moore is relieved that the main part of her house is still standing, though it's not yet livable. Sharing the emotional experience on Instagram, Moore wrote, "Miraculously, the main part of our house is still standing, for now. It's not livable, but mostly intact." She continued to express her sorrow for those who weren't as fortunate, revealing that every house on her street, including those of her in-laws and best friends, is gone. Despite the overwhelming loss, Moore's post conveyed a sense of hope and determination. "We love this community and will do everything we can to help rebuild and support," she wrote, showing her unwavering commitment to her neighbors. The photos she shared with her husband, Taylor Goldsmith, highlight the devastation, but also the resilience in the face of such tragedy. As the fires continue to rage across Los Angeles, Moore's message of hope shines through. Survivor's guilt is real, but so is the strength to rebuild, and she's determined to help her community rise again. Mandy Moore finds hope after the Eaton fire, but wait until you hear about the next story. Milo Ventimiglia's Malibu home was destroyed, and the connection to his This Is Us character is shocking. How is he dealing with this heartbreaking loss? 11. Milo Ventimiglia reflects on devastating loss after Malibu wildfire. Milo Ventimiglia is struggling with an emotional loss as his Malibu home was consumed by the wildfires devastating Los Angeles. The actor, who is expecting his first child with wife Jara, returned to witness the destruction of his home, which hit especially hard given its eerie similarity to his character's fate on This Is Us. You start thinking about all the memories in different parts of the house and your heart just breaks, Ventimiglia shared, his voice heavy with emotion. The couple had evacuated earlier, watching the flames through security cameras as their home was engulfed. In their rush, they were able to save only a few belongings, but tragically left behind a crib for their unborn baby. The heartbreaking coincidence of losing his real home in a fire, much like his character Jack Pearson in This Is Us, was not lost on Ventimiglia. "It's not lost on me, life imitating art," he said. Despite the devastation, Ventimiglia is focused on the most important things in life. Wife, baby, and dog, most important. Now he plans to use his experience to raise awareness about wildfire safety and support his community as they rebuild. His emotional journey highlights the complex mix of sorrow and gratitude in the face of such loss. Milo Ventimiglia is reeling from the loss of his Malibu home, but wait until you hear Melissa Rivers' story. Forced to flee the California wildfires, she lost almost everything, yet her response will leave you stunned. 10. Melissa Rivers shares heartbreaking loss after California wildfires. Melissa Rivers shared a heart-wrenching account of how quickly the California wildfires spread, forcing her into an urgent evacuation with little time to grab anything. The fire was still a canyon away, but you could clearly see the flames, Rivers recalled. In the rush, she managed to grab a few cherished items, including her late mother Joan Rivers' Emmy Award, her father's dress watch, and a few sentimental pieces of clothing. But when she returned to her property, everything was gone. "We lost everything. The only thing that survived is our front gate and the barbecue," she shared, describing the destruction as unimaginable. Despite the devastation, Rivers found gratitude in her family's safety. She has been staying with friends in Santa Monica, but the emotional toll is still heavy. "I cried once for 5 minutes and then again for 20, she admitted, but quickly refocused on supporting others in need. Melissa's story is a reminder that no one's home is exempt from disaster, even celebrities. Her strength shines through as she prioritizes helping those who've lost everything. "Let the people who really need it have the first shot," she said, showing her unwavering generosity. 9. Miles Teller and wife lose home in wildfires. The Teller family has been hit hard by the devastating wildfires sweeping through Los Angeles, losing their beloved Pacific Palisades home. Keely, Miles Teller's wife, shared heartbreaking photos of their home before and after the flames ravaged it, leaving nothing but ashes. In an emotional Instagram post, Keely expressed gratitude for the outpouring of love and support from their community. "To everyone reaching out, I can't thank you enough. Your kind hearts have meant the world," she wrote. The couple had worked hard to build a life in the area, and this home was their dream. But the fire left them with nothing but memories. Keely admitted she regretted not grabbing a few precious items, like her wedding dress, but focused on the bigger picture. "It doesn't matter," she said. "Stay safe. Get out." Her words are a reminder of the fragility of life and the overwhelming strength of a community coming together in the face of disaster. Despite the devastation, Keely remains hopeful, expressing, "We will come back stronger than ever." A story of loss, resilience, and hope for a brighter future. 8. Ben Affleck grateful after escaping Palisades fire. Ben Affleck's life took an unexpected turn as the Palisades fire raged near his $20 million Pacific Palisades home. The actor, known for playing intense roles on screen, was faced with a real-world disaster that left him no choice but to evacuate. In the chaos, the uncertainty of his mansion's fate loomed large. "I don't know if it's still standing," Affleck must have wondered as he left, a stark contrast to the fictional worlds he usually controls. The fire had already consumed thousands of acres, leaving many of his neighbors, including celebrities like Anna Faris and Leighton Meester, devastated. But when he returned, there was relief. His home was still standing, though the neighborhood was filled with smoke and destruction. "I'm so grateful," he said, looking around at the damage. The weight of the loss around him was clear. Many of his friends and neighbors had lost everything. In his time of gratitude, Affleck also reached out, offering help where he could. This real-life crisis has reminded him how quickly life can change and how the true value lies in family and safety, not just possessions. 7. Mel Gibson's Malibu home destroyed in wildfires. Mel Gibson's Malibu home was consumed by the devastating LA wildfires while he was away, taping an interview with Joe Rogan in Austin, Texas. As the fires tore through his neighborhood, Gibson couldn't shake the uneasy feeling of not knowing what was happening to his house. "I was kind of ill at ease," Gibson shared. "I knew my neighborhood was on fire and I couldn't help but wonder if my place was still standing." Sadly, when he returned, he found his home gone. "At least I don't have any of those pesky plumbing problems anymore," he said, trying to make light of the situation. Though he lost personal belongings like photos and files, Gibson expressed relief that his loved ones, his girlfriend Rosalind Ross and their son Lars, were safe, having evacuated in time. "These are only things," he said, emphasizing that family and health are what matter most. Gibson's neighborhood wasn't spared, with several homes, including those of actor Ed Harris and others, destroyed. "It's like somebody did it on purpose to destroy everything," he reflected. Despite the devastation, Gibson is focused on his family's safety, which remains his greatest priority. Billy Crystal reflects on losing 40-year home in wildfire. Billy Crystal and his wife Janice are reeling from the devastating loss of their home in the Pacific Palisades fire. The couple had lived there for over 40 years, raising their children and grandchildren in a place filled with memories. In a heartfelt statement, Crystal shared his grief. "We ache for our friends and neighbors who have also lost their homes and businesses in this tragedy." He reflected on the love that filled every corner of their home and how those memories will never be taken away, despite the fire's destruction. "We are heartbroken, of course, but with the love of our children and friends, we will get through this," Crystal said, acknowledging the strength of their community. He expressed deep gratitude for the firefighters and first responders, adding that the resilient Pacific Palisades will rebuild in time. While the loss is overwhelming, Crystal's words remind us of the power of community and love in the face of such heartbreak. As he and his family navigate this painful chapter, his resilience shines through, fueled by the memories and support surrounding him. 5. Eugene Levy reflects on losing his home in LA wildfire. Eugene Levy's world was turned upside down when the wildfires ravaged Los Angeles, destroying his home in Pacific Palisades. Hours before his house was leveled, Levy had described the chaos surrounding his evacuation. "The smoke looked pretty black and intense over Temescal Canyon," the 78-year-old actor told the LA Times. "I couldn't see any flames, but the smoke was very dark." The uncertainty of not knowing how close the fire was added to the mounting anxiety he felt. By the next day, all that was left of his home was a stone chimney and a few charred hedges. As the flames destroyed homes all around him, Levy's unease grew into a deep sense of loss. Like many others in the area, his memories, his safe haven, gone in an instant. His devastation mirrors that of countless others affected by this ongoing crisis, including fellow celebrities like Billy Crystal, Mandy Moore, and Melissa Rivers. Despite the heartache, Levy's words offer a glimpse of hope, showing that although his house is gone, the love for his family and community remains. The fire may have claimed his home, but Levy remains focused on the future and the resilience of his neighbors. 4. Steve Guttenberg becomes real-life hero during LA wildfires. Steve Guttenberg isn't just a hero on screen, he's one in real life too. Amid the chaos of the Los Angeles wildfires, the actor jumped into action to help his neighbors evacuate the Pacific Palisades area. "I've never seen anything like this," Guttenberg told CNN as flames engulfed his neighborhood. What started as a peaceful morning turned into a nightmare by midday, with thick smoke darkening the sky. As the fire approached, Guttenberg worked tirelessly to clear abandoned cars, blocking evacuation routes. "There are families and pets stuck up there. They need help," he said. He wasn't just moving cars, he was helping panicked mothers, calming children, and guiding people to safety. "It's all about people, not things," Guttenberg reflected, stressing the importance of community in such a crisis. Even when the fire got too close for comfort, he stayed calm, spent the entire day clearing paths for emergency vehicles, and helped everyone he could. In a time of unprecedented disaster, Gutenberg's selflessness stands out, showing how acts of kindness can shine through even the darkest of days. 3. James Woods shares heartbreak over home loss in LA fires. James Woods is grappling with the heartbreaking loss of his Pacific Palisades home after the devastating Southern California wildfires. On CNN, the actor, visibly emotional, shared the shock and disbelief that followed the disaster. "One day you're swimming in the pool and the next it's all gone," Woods said, his voice breaking as he recounted the sudden destruction. He spoke about the pain of losing a home he had recently renovated, a place filled with memories and effort. As he struggled to hold back tears, Woods shared a touching moment when his wife's 8-year-old niece brought her piggy bank, wanting to help them rebuild. "There is no possession as priceless as friends and good neighbors during a tragedy," he added, overwhelmed by the kindness of those around him. The actor also described the chaos of evacuating, especially as he helped his 94-year-old neighbor with dementia reach safety amid the flames. In his grief, Woods acknowledged his vulnerability. "I thought I would be stronger than this." His heartbreaking testimony highlights the emotional toll of losing everything, even as he continues to express deep gratitude for the community's support. 2. Chrissy Teigen keeps spirits high amid wildfire evacuation. As wildfires raged through Los Angeles, Chrissy Teigen found herself in the midst of a terrifying evacuation, but she still managed to inject some humor into the chaos. "Very scared now," she wrote, sharing a selfie from her closet as she packed for her family's escape. Her black outfit and hand over her face perfectly captured the surreal reality of the situation. Despite the panic, Teigen kept her followers in the loop with some lighthearted posts. By nightfall, Teigen, John Legend, and their 4 kids, plus 4 dogs and a bearded dragon, found refuge at a hotel. In true Teigen fashion, she cracked a joke saying, "4 kids, 4 dogs, and a bearded dragon walk into a hotel." Amid the stress, she assured fans, "Don't worry, we would never forget Sebastian," referring to their beloved pet. Through the panic, Teigen's mix of humor and love showed that even in tough times, family and laughter prevail. 1. Britney Spears shares heartfelt experience amid LA wildfires. Britney Spears was forced to evacuate her home as wildfires raged through Los Angeles, leaving her with little more than a phone and a prayer. The pop star shared her raw experience on Instagram, saying, "I had to evacuate my home and I'm driving 4 hours to a hotel." In the midst of the chaos, Spears expressed her worries for her family's safety, admitting she hadn't been able to charge her phone for days. "I wasn't there for the past 2 days because I had no electricity to charge and I just got my phone back," she explained, revealing the difficulty of staying connected during such a crisis. Despite the overwhelming stress, Britney found a way to lift her followers' spirits, posting a quirky video of a doll in adorable pink beaded heels to spread some cheer. "I pray you're all doing well and I send my love," she said, offering words of comfort while navigating her own uncertainty. The wildfires, which have now destroyed thousands of homes across the city, have affected countless lives, including other celebrities like Mandy Moore and Brad Paisley. Britney's vulnerable post gave a glimpse into the fear and helplessness many are experiencing as they fight to stay safe. As these heart-wrenching stories unfold, we're reminded of how quickly everything can change. How would you react if you were in their shoes? Can you imagine losing everything in a matter of hours? These celebrities show us that even in the face of overwhelming loss, resilience, and hope shine through. As the recovery continues, let's reflect on the strength of community and the importance of supporting one another. What would you hold on to if you had to leave it all behind? We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more compelling content. Thanks for watching.